Gustave. Quite a complex lady in good ways, a lot of good ways, quite multifaceted. And when we come back, she's gonna walk us through her journey to date in life, her music career, her career outside of music and music, outside the career, music career. A lot is happening over here, mom, a wife. So much is happening here, and you know what? We are honored that she was able to find some time to join us this morning to be our featured guest. Of course, the partner, we'd like to say a very big thank you to the bank, the First National Bank. They are on board with us. They have understood the vision, and they have decided they are going to be doing just that, supporting beyond just lip service, and that's what they've been with us for quite some time now. So we want to say appreciation to them, the First National Bank. They got a number of things that is happening over at the First National Bank. They've got their new ride loan. You can go on in and you can take advantage. Up until the 31st of December, you can go on in and you can take advantage of owning your own ride with them. Go on in and talk to an agent to the end. There's a lot more things happening there with them as well. We go in green, all sorts of things. But anyways, let's take a word from them. And when we come back, we start our conversation. We are live. Yes, we are live on Facebook, the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And we're also live on YouTube. So we'll be back. A word from our partner.
Tired of sky-high bills and a planet on the brink? It's time to go green without burning your pockets. At First National Bank, we are here to make saving the planet affordable. Whether you're installing solar panels, purchasing a water tank, upgrading to an inverter AC, or buying a hybrid vehicle, we've got the green to help you go green. Fast approval, low interest rates, and Mother Nature approved. Your future self will thank you. Visit firstnationalbankonline.com or call 455-7000 for more information to help you turn your green dreams into clean realities. First National Bank, here for you.
And we are definitely back. Good morning to you if you'll just jump on our live, or maybe you don't have that privilege at this time, so you just got to listen via the internet or via our frequency or online. It doesn't matter really. Once you're there, you'll be inspired. And the good thing about it is that you can always go back on our pages and you can view the live version
you can.
of it. Yes,
wonderful.
You can. I'll give you the link, girl. I'll give you the hookup.
That.
Aiasha Gustave, like I mentioned, is
Good
our guest. Good morning. Welcome, love.
Thank you.
Pretty girl.
Thank
so
you, my
cute.
love.
She's pretty,
Thank
pretty.
you.
Welcome.
I always enjoy speaking with you.
Well, you speak this morning, so
Yeah.
definitely you're going to be
speaks,
speaking. She speaks. Good morning and welcome, love.
Thank you.
Now, we want to start this thing from where it started. A lot of people connect with you on this level.
Okay.
Yeah, we normally, break the ice a little bit,
Yeah.
get to know the Aiasha before everybody knew who Aiasha
Right.
was. So we want to dial back down a little bit. Childhood, where were you born? What was growing up like? What are some of the principles that you think was grounded from that tender age that you believe plays a significant role in the person that you are today?
So I was born in St. Lucia, Victoria Hospital, to be exact,
Right.
as most of us were if we were born here. My mom is British, my dad is Guyanese, and I was raised by my mom alone. I'm an only child.
Okay.
And being raised by a single female definitely opened my eyes to a world of fully appreciating the spectrum of a woman and all that the hats a woman wears. And my mother was everything to me. She still is, She was mom, doctor, chef, dad, everything. Not saying my dad was not present, but with children being in single parent households, that parent has to play double the role.
True.
And so that definitely brought a certain essence of strength, and me understanding the power of the divine feminine. And my mother has always been very spiritual. So I think that was very grounding for me, growing up in that sort of household, and then growing up in a mixed cultural and ethnic background. So I had perspectives from all different sides of the globe, which just made me, again, just a more open-minded and individuals. So yeah.
Right. I'm curious a little bit. The connect between with St. Lucia, because you said your mom is British and your dad is Guyanese.
So his mom was St. Lucian.
Okay.
And
good.
then he was raised here from the age of 7.
Oh, awesome. Wonderful. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
We're about to wire back, but we're going to pay a bill.
Okay.
We're going to take a word from the partner.
Bills, yes.
So we're going to do that. And then when we come back, we're going to delve right into career path and, the complexity of Aiasha, because trust me, a lot is happening there. And we want to ensure that we understand and walk through, with the hope of inspiring at least one person that is tuned in, and we also want to, highlight your musical career as well, which you've been back on the board with as well. So let's take a word from the partner, which is the First National Bank, and then we'll be back.
At First National Bank, we believe being first means putting you first. Your first home? We've got the mortgage. Starting your first business? Count on our commercial loans. Dreaming of your first car? Drive it home today. Heading to college? Let's fund that first big step with a student loan. No matter the milestone, make First National Bank your first choice for all your loan needs. First in service, first in trust, first for you. Call us at 455-7000 or visit your nearest First National Bank branch today so we can help put you first. First National Bank, here for you.
Okay, and we are back. For those of you who's just joining us, welcome to She Speaks. Our guest this morning is Aiasha Gustave, and we are honored and happy to have Aiasha in the seat this morning.
Thank you again.
As our feature. Right, Aiasha, we break the ice a little bit. We found out a little bit more about the little girl, the little Aiasha, and some of the grounding moments. We want to talk to now about, you grew up in the UK? What is it? You grew up here?
I grew up here. Born and raised here.
Right. And at some point in time, you were cross-border?
So I would visit my mom's family every Christmas. So I would always travel to the UK. And then I decided to, actually before I even moved to the UK, I was in Jamaica. That's where I first traveled to in terms of a place to place my feet on and say that I'm moving here to look for work and to do stuff. And I started modeling there, and that's where I kind of dipped my toes into the music scene and met a lot of the greats and the legends, and just there's a lot of creativity similar to here and a lot of artistry, but they really hone in on it, which is a beautiful thing. So I was surrounded around all of that. So that was Jamaica, and then I was back and forth from Miami, because then I got some connections through me pursuing the music, and obviously everybody's like, America is where it's at. No, it's true, true. And I mean, that was a long time ago, but so I was back and forth there, and then but I've always been back and forth to the UK, and then I decided in 2016, I believe it was, I wanted to embark on my degree. So I moved to the UK for a few years.
Okay.
And, been up and about.
Right.
Been busy.
Well, a lot is going on. So I'm trying to I had to go there so we could put it into perspective. So music seems to be your innate passion. That is your love right there, music. But you've got degrees in other fields. So
a bachelor's in business management with finance.
Right. And of course you're also aligned to
Caribbean awning. Yes.
So that skill has been utilized in
that
absolutely regard. Certainly. Let's talk about choice in terms of career path.
Wow.
Was it chosen? Was it a choice, or it happened that this is where the alignment took you? Because one is thinking, okay, music was her passion. Was music always that
from a
passion?
Little girl,
right? So you knew music was definitely something you loved, and that was the thing. But you gravitated towards the finance and business.
I think for me, you see, with the creative industries, it's not very stable. It is not a stable industry to embark into. Back then. Even now, somewhat. I mean, if you're really dedicated, you have the support, you have the resources, then you can make something for yourself. But back then, I was very young as well. So, and I always knew I wanted to have, knowledge is power, knowledge is wealth. Absolutely. And I wanted to make sure that I had a degree under my belt. Absolutely. Because nobody can take me for Papi Show. And then I started through my years prior to going to study and living in Jamaica, traveling back and forth to Miami, I realized there's a lot the music business. There's a lot of business in the
Business
music
and music,
business, and I'm
yes,
not going
absolutely.
to just be a big lele and allow people to dictate my path and what I should do. I need to have some sort of grounding and standing on my own. And like I said, knowledge is power. So, I decided to get a degree in business.
So all of this
management
time, you were
finance.
still thinking about the music career.
Yes.
Thinking,
You see, now, music has never left me. It was there
Right,
from
so-
when I was born. It never left.
Right.
I always thought about it, but I also, my mom, again, I have to mention her, and my partner, they've always said to me, do everything. And I've always known that because I can. And if you can, you should. And do as much as you can do, because life is fragile. You know, life is not promised tomorrow. So whatever you can do. So for me, it was just like, all right, music started to become trivial. And as a female, without management and without a label, navigating this on my own, it was tricky because it's a very male-dominated field. And I don't even need to go deeper into that.
we understand.
It speaks for itself.
Totally.
And there were a lot of setbacks and a lot of disappointments. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to just stay there and wait on people. And not just that, I need to boost myself, up myself. And that's why I decided I'll pause the music. In between, I was still writing, I was still creating, not releasing, but I just had to pause it to focus on other things. And then when I got my degree, I graduated 6 months pregnant. So then life then took a whole other trajectory for me.
Yeah.
But then again, music was still in the background and around, because I'm just a creative person. So I'm always writing, even for other people.
Nice.
So... yeah, I mean, music has always been there. It's a part of who I am.
Right. So I'm saying, you know, the choices in the way you look to get the degree, but still with the music in
Centered
mind.
with music,
Yes,
yeah,
with
of
music
course.
in mind, which is great. Wonderful. Okay, you spoke about the kids, you know, wife, mom, we gotta go there.
Chef,
because-
doctor, cleaner.
you know, nanny, everything in one.
Everything.
Yeah, the one big booyah.
You know about
but
it.
you balance it, you know, the balancing of all of that as a young, beautiful, creative.
Thank you.
Music is the passion. Of course, the way that the music that you do, the type of you're a performer. You're out there. You know, so being able to balance this, you have decided now to pick back up the music handle.
Yes.
Right timing, I would say.
So yeah, I feel like I'm in my prime.
Yeah,
right
of
now.
course.
I think I'm in my
Of
prime.
course.
So why not?
Right. So let's talk about balancing all of that. You know, you had first-hand experience in balancing life.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, because a lot of us female and people in general tend to suffer in that regard.
I know.
The balance.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we feel guilty about certain things. Then sometimes we even self-sabotage because society has put out one thing there for us is how it's supposed to be. And when you actually in the thing, you realize, but really, if I do that, then I would suffer that. And
things don't always turn
Turn
out how
out.
society says it's supposed to be.
Right.
So like I said, my mom was a single mom, and I learned a lot from that. I'm grateful in the position I am now to have a supportive partner, to have support in that regard, because I have 3 children. Like, that's a lot of children to be taken care of. And to be able to even come
something
here.
else. Yeah.
No, I mean,
It's the truth.
to have my mother-in-law or my mother or my partner or my dad be able to watch the children for me, give me that grace for an hour, to be able to take time off of work, to have that space to
Right.
still do what I love. So it's a lot about support. And it's also about, I think, I had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and she was getting a bit lost in the fact that she's lost herself within motherhood. And it
Yes.
happens to every woman.
It does. It
Every
does.
woman goes
It
through that
does.
part. And it's just about coming out of that. And it's realizing that you're there and not being like, oh, well, this is my life now. Like, so be it. I'm just gonna, and just give up on yourself or your dreams or your aspirations. It's honestly like a mental, you have to get your mind in it and say, no, actually, no.
When did that happen for you?
When I was pregnant with my last son, I realized I've been working, I've done my degree, I've been taking care of 2 children, I'm pregnant now. I think this is my last. I'm happy with my family unit. And I just thought to myself, girl, hello. Because I started to get down. I was in a state of depression.
Was in that place.
I was in that place. It's just, and you get depressed, and you start to see the cycles. The days take longer than usual, or too quick. Sometimes things go too quick, and you look at yourself. Your skin is breaking out. You're putting on weight. Your hair is dry. There's certain things, physical factors, mentally. Maybe you're always snappy. Maybe you're always emotionally not regulated, and up and down. That's when I realized, okay, no. There's that. Before I crash out, because without women can tend to get to that point and then all hell break loose. I'm not trying to get there. And I saw it within myself. I was like, no, Aiasha, hold on, wait. And then I had a sit down with myself and with God, and I realized, like, my girl, you still have things you want to pursue and push, and it's get yourself up and get in the gym. Take care of yourself. Go and buy the products to help your skin clear. Drink water. Stop eating garbage. Just, you see, a healthy mind dwells in a healthy body, and a lot of people don't really realize that. They lose that. But you have to feel good physically to allow the mind to get to that level too, and it works hand in hand. And so I woke up one day and I was like, nope, this is it. And I was pregnant, and I knew that whilst I was pregnant, I did, instead of doing a maternity shoot, because I love creativity, so I always did maternity shoots, I did a song for my children, and I did a video. That one, right. And I was like, this is going to be the start of it, and I owe it to my children now. Also, seeing my daughter and my son enjoy music, and then realizing me on the TV, or realizing that I'm, on devices that they could watch, and that people are looking at mommy singing. Mommy has songs. Mommy wrote these songs. And my daughter knows them word for word. And it was like, I owe it to her for all the years that I've put in to wanting to pursue this career, to actually have a body of work. And that's when I knew, like, I have to do this. So I'm working on an album I'm releasing very soon, and it was a long time coming, but I think it was a day I just woke up, and also just looking at my children's faces and realizing they're starting to realize who mommy is, and they aspire to be so, and are inspired by it. And I think that was like a big wake-up call for me too.
Talk about that shift when it actually happened now, because you were there and you were snappy, like you said, when you were not realizing, or you're not operating in the things that moves
when
your
you're
spirit
in the trenches,
and the soul. Yes,
Mareen,
so when you do get out of it now, in terms of the approach now, your mindset now, your emotional state now compared to then,
it's a lot about prioritizing your time properly. It's time management. I'm going to be very honest with you. Making sure.
But you feel a lot better.
No, I feel 100% better.
Right.
But how did I get there? It's time management, because you have to make time for yourself. As a mom, you get lost in doing everything for everyone else. There was this meme that I posted, because it's like a mom's brain has 5 million tabs open with 6 million pages all the time, because there's a million things we have to think about and balance. But you have to say, actually, wait a minute. If you can. It's harder for parents who are single parents who don't have the support. It is much harder. But if you can, if you have a family member that could just watch the kids for an hour and get yourself to go walking, or just do something physical to boost your endorphins, then boost your mind and get your mind clear. Those are time management is the main thing. And then just psyching yourself up every morning. You know how that is, Mareen. Sometimes you get up and you're like, what? What?
This morning was one of those.
I had a rough night last night. My son kept me up all night, and I'm like, wow, I have to come. They have bags under my eyes today. That's wild. But you just psych yourself and be like, I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And you just have to give thanks for the setbacks, give thanks for the blessings, because everything is contributing to where you are presently and where you're going to be. And I think the power of the word and what you say and manifestation. I've always been that sort of girl. Everything I've always said I wanted to do, I have done it. And
Absolutely.
I've made sure of it.
Absolutely.
And some people are visual. If you want vision boards, you do that. I have pictures saved on my phone, things around my room to remind me, like, no, girl, it doesn't stop. Don't settle. You have things that
Excellent.
you want to accomplish. So it's really about just making the time and just the mindset, just
The
giving
mindset
yourself
is
that.
so important. You're so
Yeah.
correct about that.
Yeah.
Certainly. Those of you who are viewing, thank you, and of course, do us a favor and share up the live as well. Certainly, you can do that. Now, let's get back down. No. Speaking of balance, let's get back down. You into music? Your style of music is
Fusion.
It's
a
fusion.
whole
You've got,
fusion.
and you're modern. You're modern music. You do modern music. Your music videos is sexy. It's got the edge. It's got all of that. Now, again, society. You're a mom. You have 3 children. You're
Oh, no,
a
nobody
wife.
can tell me nothing.
Right.
Not me,
Not
Mareen.
you.
You can't tell me nothing.
No.
God put me on this world,
He
in this
know what
world
he
by
did.
myself. But
He
he
know
put
what
me
he
here by
did.
myself. I
Good.
didn't come here to please nobody. Once I am not intentionally hurting,
Anybody,
disrespecting
yeah.
anybody, which I am not, and once I am doing, I'm not doing a disservice to my children and my family. You
Nice.
cannot tell me nothing. You can't.
Right.
No, God have me. I there with God. I not there with nobody.
Nobody
no
else.
man
The
can tell
end,
me.
the end, the end,
Zero.
the end, the end.
It's
yeah.
not me. So
Yeah.
yeah, people may have their perceptions about me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You may not like me, and that's
Project
okay.
to projection, the projection of all of this.
Perception and projection.
yeah.
Because maybe they want to do it and,
And
they don't know how.
Yeah.
They don't know
Yeah.
how. And that's why I don't take it personal. It's just like when you find your spark and your light and your fire, I hope you actually dive into it.
Absolutely.
And everyone has their time.
Yeah.
I used to see when I was down in the trenches, you seen people doing
Looking
all sorts
nice
of
and
things.
they ting and they sexy
And I
and
said,
they build it.
wow.
Yeah, and you
but then
feeling-
you say, actually, no.
Yeah.
I started realizing, because there was
There was there. They were just
comparison
yourself,
is
yeah.
the thief of joy, and
Yeah.
I would see them and be like, wow, look at what I doing, and I shouldn't have given up that time, and why I went and do it. And then I said, oh, wait.
Right.
Reel and come again. No, actually, that's your moment, and
That's
I'm
your
happy
moment.
for you.
Good, yes.
Because God have my moment for me.
Good.
And this is my moment, and I'm stepping into my moment, and everyone's moment looks different, and success looks different for everybody too. Once I'm comfortable and at peace with myself, and I am happy, that is success for me.
Absolutely.
That is success
Absolutely.
for me.
Now, this conversation is certainly was needed this morning. Yes, certainly, because and the realness of it, I lie, because as the human in us we do find ourselves in places where the human steps in as well. But the beautiful thing about it is, as a decent human, is self-checking.
Yeah, of
Self-checking
course.
yourself and saying, but no, if this thought pop in my mind, because the devil and sit down there waiting, he's going to put them things in your head, especially when you're in your low moment. And when he puts it in your head, you're supposed to be a solid enough human being to say, well, no, that's not it. This person time. So no little tinge of grudge over there, because that's their
No,
time, and
that's
wait
your
on
time,
mine.
and be happy.
Be happy.
For them.
Right.
Genuine. You see,
right.
you
Genuine
see
happiness.
When
you're
you're
right.
genuinely happy for somebody else, you see your life start to blossom. And
Of
when you're
course.
not grudging people, and when you're not bad-minding people, bad-talking people,
When your moment
things
comes, it
really,
comes.
yeah,
Beautifully.
It
Beautifully.
comes.
Beautifully.
So, I always knew. And like I said, okay, so now I'm not the Aiasha I was pre-children when I was doing music.
Right.
I am a woman. I'm
now,
a grown woman now. And I've experienced quite a lot in the years that I've left the music scene. So now I'm coming with a load of experiences, a load of scars too, a load of scars. And
Right.
like for me now, it's just like if you're not in tune with something that I'm doing and you don't appreciate it, that's okay. And that's fine. But keep it over there. I don't need to know. That's not my business. That's your business. Hold your business. My business is my business.
Yeah.
And also, everybody is not for everybody.
Exactly.
And that's also fine.
That's
so
fine.
I'm getting a little raunchy with my music now. I'm getting, yes, okay.
Yes.
And I'm stepping into my divine feminine. I'm
Absolute.
expressing all that is feminine and all that is womanhood. And who appreciates it good. And I know, I remember I released I released the remix, well, not the remix, the freestyle I did on the Shake It to the Max beat. And, it's a little bit graphic and explicit. And some of my mom's friends and parents of kids I went to school with were messaging me, oh my goodness, Aiasha, I can't believe that you're, and you are a role model. And I'm like, listen, hello, you need to, first of all, I can be a role model and be multifaceted. I don't need to just be a certain role model for your child. You need to teach your child what your child needs to
so
be
when
taught
your
at
child
home.
see anything out there, it's not going to infiltrate because she already have a ground that you want her to have.
And then, excuse me, how you see to express your sexuality and your fire, that's you. You maybe do it behind closed door in your bedroom. That's great.
Okay.
How I express it is how I express it. And I want to empower women and show them that you could have children, be a mommy, be also and be sexy and
be
confident
and be Caribbean. Yes. I am all for that. I love it. All for that. Certainly all for that. That's why this woman is here this morning. Someone after my own heart. We share the same passion in the same ways. Yeah, we deal with that as women. And it is very, very important for confident women like myself and yourself to stand our ground, because what we are really doing, we are setting paths for others who wants to express but is being bullied into submission.
You can't do that.
And they live their life stressed out, unhappy, and some of them die like that, never being able to be themselves because of what
society or people tell you you're supposed to be and fit into.
Absolutely.
The mold.
So I'm glad we're able to discuss this here this morning, and that is an empowering thing. And when we hit that note, listen what's going on. The realist I have been following her, hope to meet her one day. That's a simple thing. We come in cuts later. No hot tub. We come in cuts later. Right. Good morning, Mareen. Tuned in, and this lady is all fired up. Reminds me of myself. Very nice interview. And that is what we want to continue to encourage. That's what it is, because people ask me how you do it. They brought me on a show and they tell me that, to speak, and the intro was like, Mareen's the balance between her boldness in terms of balancing sexy and maintaining her, how do you do that? And I'm saying, well, you have to be you. That's the first thing. You have to be you.
Authenticity is everything, Mareen.
Since
and
when being sexy means you're not a nice person, you're not kind, or you
don't have class.
Or you don't have class, so you can't contribute.
Exactly.
You tell me,
Excuse me?
who taught us that?
No.
That's the question. Who taught us that?
We'll keep that one.
She and I did a whole podcast. We need a whole vlog for ourselves, but certainly we will do that. Aisha, we have rounded up our conversation this morning, but like I said,
I'm so grateful to speak with you.
Yes, I'm going to give you the opportunity to just throw out, again, quite some gems you threw out this morning in terms of inspiring women to own all of them. But certainly, there might be people out there who might need a little bit more coaxing, a little bit more inspiration. So I'm going to open up the floor if there's anything you'd like to throw out along the inspirational, motivational line to anybody.
I think
feel free.
The number one thing that I want to leave everyone with today, especially women, young women, mothers, older women, whoever, is your authenticity is your identity. And that is exactly what people feel when you walk in a room, is they feel your authenticity. They feel who you are, your aura, your energy. And the fact that you can own that and celebrate it, all of who you are, because all of us have our demons, all of us have our negative traits, all of us have things that maybe we're not so proud of, but once you own all of that and you know that you're getting better, you're growing, you want to achieve more, you're embarking on more, and you're building a legacy for yourself, and if you have children, then you own everything. Like you said, it's an entire package. It's multifaceted, and you own your multifaceted self, and you step out there with confidence, and you know that every day you're gonna strive to do and things that will, even if it's half an hour a day of maybe journaling or exercising or practicing your vocal training or painting or writing or whatever it is that makes you feel like you, because as women we are creative beings. Innately. We bring life, you know what I mean? But we bring life. So at the end of the day, once you own all of that and you're authentic with it, and you harness that energy, and you don't grudge, be grateful that everyone else is having their time to shine, and knowing, because that's an important thing, knowing that your time will come and believing that, then trust me, doors will open for you, fences will be broken down, walls will be broken down, and you just have to have that confidence. And it's easier said than done, but it starts with just making that time for yourself. Like I said earlier, prioritizing at least half an hour to an hour for yourself a day to do something you want to do.
Yeah.
And make sure you do that. Even when you put the kids to bed, if that's the only time you have, do something for yourself. And then just keep getting better every day. Every day is not promised, but we just want to strive to just do better, be better, share love, and just stand in yourself, stand in your power, stand in your truth.
Absolutely.
And that's all I can say.
Well said. You are amazing, Aisha. We want to wish you the very best. The album is coming.
You. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I have an album. It is called I. It's self-entitled. That's what I am affectionately known as, AI. And it should be released next month, at the end of next month. That's what we're hoping for. I started off with 11 tracks, Mareen. My girl, why have 15 tracks?
That's great. That's great.
I have a lot.
It's
a lot. It's a fusion of sounds. There's some old tracks on there too because it's like a body of work that I'm very proud of. But there's definitely a song for everybody there, and it's a fusion of everything. So check me out on all my handles, my social media handles. Aiasha Tierra. That's AIASHATIERRA on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And follow the journey, and I hope I can bring some love and light to your life.
Absolutely.
And spice
and
flavor.
So. Girl, you're already doing so. Yeah, I understand. Big up to the kids, big up to dad, big up to the full family circle as well. Aisha, thank you again, love.
Thank you for having me.
Always
a pleasure. I appreciate you.
Just definitely right here as well. Guys, that's our time. Certainly next Tuesday we'll be back. We'll be back again, and we are going to be featuring another St. Lucian woman. Again, that's the beautiful thing about it. Thank you to the First National Bank. They are our partners. Just in time, interview with a remarkable young lady, and in time for International Day of the Girl, celebrated on October 11. Trust that life is unfolding for you. Absolutely. Yes, love. Absolutely. Daisy, have an awesome day as well. Nigella, good morning to you. Melva, good morning to you. And of course, my good friend Chocolate Browning is also trending with us.
Browning.
Yeah, man, of course. You already know what time it is. But word from the partners, and that's the wrapper for our show for today, guys. Stay tuned. That is also the end of my senior company. I'll be back tomorrow, God's willing, from 6 in the morning.
Oh, wow. We love that. Yeah, you get it, girl. Work. We love that.
I'll be here in the morning, guys. But Diggles is next. Diggles is coming up next. Stay locked on.
Thank you, guys.
Tired of sky-high bills and the planet on the brink? It's time to go green without burning your pockets. At First National Bank, we are here to make saving the planet affordable. Whether you're installing solar panels, purchasing a water tank, upgrading to an inverter AC, or buying a hybrid vehicle, we've got the green to help you go green. Fast approval, low interest rates, and Mother Nature approved. Your future self will thank you. Visit firstnationalbankonline.com or call 455-7000 for more information to help you turn your green dreams into clean realities. First National Bank, here for you.
I'm feeling